come home and have a tea with him. Once you get the Nobel Prize, you know how busy one becomes with all the paparazzis all around you. Therefore, he wrote a handwritten note, regretting that he may not be able to come because he's too busy now. Kamna's father took the note with him as a memento. At a dinner in the Indian restaurant, she had mentioned once that they arranged an invitation for them to be present at the Nobel Prize Award in 1982. They took their invitation and they went to that particular building, and they were somewhat apprehensive how to get into the auditorium. Therefore, they tried to take a back door. Then the guard who was at the door pointed out, no, we have to go by the front door, where all the dignitaries, including the Nobel Prize recipients, as well as the King and Queen of Sweden, would enter. As they entered the auditorium, a certain gentleman came walking to them, and then he introduced himself as the ambassador from India for Sweden. They could recognize that they are Indians because Kamna wore the typical Assamese dress. It's not a normal procedure in my experience, I can tell you. The ambassador will come to you and introduce himself. Normally it's the other way around. But in this particular case, it may have had some other reasons for it. When Linus Pauling got his Nobel Prize for the second time in 1962, because he was against nuclear tests. At that time, the American ambassador to Sweden did not go to receive him at the airport, which is normally the procedure for the ambassadors to go and receive the Nobel Prize recipients. I don't know whether the ambassador thought, did he miss something? Kamna had an amazing quality of interacting with people of all ages, and in the most personal and friendly manner. Even young children, when they used to meet her and talk to her, they felt very free to tell jokes. This happened about 2 years ago, when my grandkids, along with myself and my son and daughter-in-law, went to visit them. Then the elder grandkid, who was 7 at that time, got into a conversation, and surprisingly, they talked about some books written by Roald Dahl, yes. And they got very much interested in the story. I knew nothing about it. I was just amusing myself. Then my younger grandkid, who was then 5 years old, he felt somewhat neglected. Then he brought in his topic, which was the Thomas Paines, and then started describing about Edward Train, then the Percy Train, and Percy Train is a very angry train, yes. And then the Emily Train and whatnot. After that, she asked him that this was the Thanksgiving time, are you coming back during Christmas time? He emphatically said no. Then how would you be celebrating your Christmas? Then he said, well, then she asked Kamna's mother, how about your grandparents? Oh, they were to come. That's what he said. Kamna's brother who came here from Guwahati, the day she actually expired. 2 days later on, we went to the residence. And then he told me one thing which I never knew. That Kamna, when she was a young girl, she used to speak Bengali very well. And she didn't understand Bengali. I asked Dr. Das whether he knew about it. And he said no. There's a certain song of Rabindranath Tagore which actually describes how the soul would sing a song. And I would paraphrase the first verse of it and the last verse. It runs like this: when my footsteps will not tread this path, when I shall not be rowing my boat along the waterfront, when I will be called by a new name and adorn new attire, but I shall be the same myself. I shall take part in the games we play. Who says I won't be there every morning, every day? And the Bengali part of this particular part is যখন করবে না মূল পায়ের চিহ্ন এই বাটে নতুন নামে ডাকবে মোরে বাঁধবে বাঁধবে নতুন বাবুর ধরে আসবো যাব চিরদিনে সেই আমি সকল খেলায় খেলবো খেলা এই আমি আহা কে বলে গো সেই প্রভাতে নেই আমি Today she is the song, and the lyrics of the song are her lyrics. She came to us as a heavenly angel, and she has returned to her heavenly soul. May her soul remain in eternity.